And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, James Out West, Thursday, January 21st, 2021.
Oh, man. What a week.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. But yeah, what a week.
This is the week that I really wish we would bet, but we went perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I've done pretty well this off season. The playoffs were 10 games in, 9-1.
Yeah, postseason
total.
You've been doing right. I didn't do
8-2
so well
against
in the
spread.
first week.
8-2 against the spread, baby.
Yeah,
8-2.
I went 4-0 last week. You said that if there was no snow, you were going to take Buffalo.
Exactly.
There was no snow
In Buffalo.
So we technically both went 4-0.
Now I went 3-1. I took the Browns to win. They covered, but I took the Browns to win.
Okay, so
and they coulda, shoulda, woulda. Worst rule in football. It's still a rule.
Oh,
and until they decide to change it, no targeting call, of course.
Of course not. It's hard. I thought actually he had it, and
I thought it crossed the plane before.
When I saw it live, and then when you see it from the side, you can tell. Obviously, Yeah. I mean, they even brought it up on the broadcast about helmet to helmet.
Heck of a season. 11-5. You beat your division rival in the playoffs. Maybe the last time. Well, I mean, I guess Big Ben's coming back, so he says. Yeah, absolutely. Probably have the coach of the year. The guys are all young. There's a bright future ahead. We have a tough schedule next year. I've already seen it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go 7-1.
But be proud of what you guys did.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. The sting is gone now. The sting is gone.
So we had Green Bay winning.
Yes, sir.
Kansas City didn't cover, like I said. I said
Yes,
they were going
sir.
to win but not cover. Same thing as always. And then we had Tampa Bay, two of the oldest men, and then probably last game of Drew Brees.
That is the last game for Drew Brees, yeah.
Did you see the video of Tom Brady
throwing a touchdown pass to his son? Yeah,
that
it
was
very
adorable.
nice.
I love that. I thought that was so cool, and it's just there's much respect there. So this is going into this week is going to be huge. This is great. I love
Championship
this.
Sunday.
I love this. So very interesting stat that I saw. So we got Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes coming out of the AFC, right? So then we have Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers coming out of the NFC.
Right.
So, okay, so I'm going to say first Josh Allen, and then their combination, so their games and touchdowns. So just listen to this. This is interesting. So average age is 24 out of the AFC. It's going to be 40 out of the NFC. Games is 90 to 498 in the NFC. Wins is 66 in the AFC to 356. Passing yards is 23,859 to 130,449 between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And touchdown passes is 181 to 993.
Now, what I'd like to do is extrapolate those numbers, and I would be willing to say that Pat Mahomes and maybe even Josh Allen, if their career will surpass that. Yeah.
I'm not surprised either, but at the same point, it's just that's interesting. It's experience, and that's typically what gets you wins in the playoffs. However, we got some good young quarterbacks.
100%. 100%. And you see the guys that just got bounced out. They were all 25 or younger.
Yeah.
Besides Ben, but he doesn't count. He stinks.
There's the future of the quarterbacks in the NFL is bright.
Absolutely.
I like it. All right.
This week, buddy, we've got the Battle of the Bays.
Yep.
Tampa Bay, Green Bay, in Green Bay. Tampa Bay went into Green Bay earlier in the year, which feels like an eternity ago, and beat them.
Yep. Was that
obviously
38 to 10?
Yeah, we obviously know which way I'm going because I've been talking about it all year.
Okay.
MVP Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady's not going to represent the Super Bowl in his own stadium for the first time ever in football history. It's not going to happen.
You don't think so?
No.
Rodgers' stats, he's breaking records all over. He broke his own record of the highest passing rating. He has the highest passing rating in playoffs.
Look, the Rams have the number one defense overall, basically on both sides, passing and rushing for the most part, and Aaron sliced and diced them up. You think he's not going to go ham against this Tampa Bay defense? I know the linebacker, White, killed it, had a great game.
Yes.
I get it. I know Tom can be fantastic. I get it. But you cannot bet against Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau.
For the first time for the NFC. First time.
This dude's on a mission.
Which is crazy. So we have Antonio Brown, who didn't practice today and is limited. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. They have a lot of weapons. Tom Brady hasn't thrown an interception since game one, and he actually broke a record for 368 throws in a row. without throwing an interception. That's amazing.
That just tells me he doesn't take shots. He doesn't take chances.
But Green Bay's going to win.
Yeah.
Green Bay's going to
-3. They'll cover.
-3.5. I got 3.5 from what I saw earlier today.
That still doesn't matter.
Still, it doesn't matter. Green Bay's going to win this game in Lambeau.
I got Green Bay 37-31. Look, Green Bay's offensive line without Bakhtiari gave up 0 sacks, gave up 1 pressure last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Rodgers, 296, 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground against, again, that Rams vaunted defense, and he toyed with them. He's going to make an example out of this Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah. I like Tampa Bay. I think they're talented, but I don't think the game that Green Bay and Tampa Bay played earlier in the year
doesn't matter.
Was completely different teams and their mindsets. Green Bay is going to win this game hands down.
Well, and let's look at it last year. Green Bay goes to the NFC Championship game 13-3 with a rookie head, a rookie head coach, but we'll say a first-year head coach, first-year offense with all of that, right?
Right.
And they fell short to a team that was a little bit more seasoned.
Right.
Look at it this year. Now, Bruce Arians, it's Tom's first year with this system in Tampa Bay with these guys. He has to go on the road. Green Bay is now the more veteran team as far as cohesiveness with everybody. I don't see them losing at home. I'll be completely shocked.
Yeah, with Bruce Arians, Bruce Arians was cocky. Did you hear him talking today?
That's who Bruce Arians is.
Well, yeah, but at the same point, there's a lot of talent on that side. So I like Tampa Bay, but they're not going to beat Green Bay.
No, sir. Not twice in Lambeau in the same year. Not happening.
No. So what's funny is the last time for this next game, they played on the same weekend when they both lost.
Yeah, week 6.
Yeah. So, all right, so we got Buffalo at Kansas City. Kansas City's -3.
Yes, sir. Pat Mahomes will play.
Yeah, he's taken most of the snaps this week. He still has the toe issue, coming off concussion protocol. But he did not look good. He was
a little woozy.
Yeah.
He wasn't there for about 5 seconds, but they said it was something in his nerves because he didn't take a headshot. But I said he looked concussed immediately when it happened. I was like, he's concussed.
Oh, yeah.
You don't come up and have jello legs.
No. Or
if you're not, yeah.
And you could even see just in his eyes. But then if you saw when he went into the tent,
he looked fine.
He actually looked okay, and he jogged out of the field. So, also, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that's going to depend. I don't know.
Both teams' running games suck.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as Buffalo and Kansas City. Kansas City's run game, they can't get it going. Buffalo doesn't try.
But Josh Allen is throwing it better than Patrick Mahomes is right now.
Yep. They'll be on the road. Kansas City will have a crowd like they had last week. Listen, Andy Reid went for it on 4th and inches because he did not want to hand the ball back over to the red-hot offense in the Cleveland Browns. He knew if I hand the ball over, there's a chance we'd lose here.
Right.
They had to go for it.
Right.
I give them a ton of credit.
Yes.
But when you dial up a play that can absolutely get an inch every single time, as long as Tyreek Hill doesn't drop the ball,
right,
you're fine.
You have to give it up to Henny. He did it. He saved that team. I actually thought it was going to be.
I felt like we were going to win before that happened, when that happened, during that, and right after. But, it just wasn't in the cards.
It's going to be interesting. So here's the thing is the Bills are putting up points.
Yeah.
They put up 56 against the Dolphins, in the last season of the game?
Yeah.
So they're doing what Kansas City was doing last year. I don't trust Kansas City.
Are you taking Buffalo +3 on the road to go to the Super Bowl? Because that's what it sounds like you're doing here.
You know what I'm honestly going to do? I'm going to take Buffalo because they're going to be the bridesmaid, never the bride, and go to the Super Bowl
again
and not win.
Okay. So
but
you are taking Buffalo?
Taking Buffalo.
Okay, so there's our mix. There's our change because I'm not changing my pick from before the season of Green Bay versus Kansas City in the Super Bowl with Green Bay winning it. This is lined up exactly how I always said it would. Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Buffalo, Kansas City.
Yes, you're correct. You've been nailing, you've had the great picks. But at the same point, I don't like the way Kansas City is playing right now. And Buffalo looks dang good. And I think Josh Allen is going to win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for over 400 yards in this game in 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Granted, we do know, again, they played in week 6. Kansas City made them look pedestrian. Josh Allen, 122, 2 touchdowns, a pick. His worst rating of the year. Granted, it is different.
It's a long time ago.
A different teams playing in different ways.
Yep.
But I am going to go with the experience of Kansas City Andy Reid, the coaching staff, Pat Mahomes with a bad toe. I still think the Honey Badger might will himself for the defensive victory. You know what I'm saying?
Their secondary is good. So
I have a hard time until you beat the champion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and Kansas City almost lost.
Yeah, you're a Cleveland fan. You're not a believer.
But this is true.
So you stick with.
We're conditioned. Yeah. We're conditioned to not believe. Okay,
I get it. So that's perfectly fine. So
and I love Bills Mafia.
This is great fans, and actually they had their owner on Good Morning Football today. What a great! She's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She's such a cool lady. That was so impressive. But yeah, I think Buffalo's more on the up. I love that we're actually having a difference here, so we can come into next week and someone gets to be able to say something.
What do you think the score is going to be? Because I got to be in close.
They're only game?
Yeah, I got 31-27. Like, I got Kansas City covering by 4. Like, they're barely going to cover. We got Buffalo winning, so it doesn't matter.
To be honest, it's going to be hard because it's either going to be a shootout or it's going to be in the mid-20s. But I still have Buffalo winning by 10.
By 10?
Yep.
And you don't drink anymore?
Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
All right. Well, so it's on record. Let's see what happens. I think Buffalo is going to handle this game. Wow. Kansas City is not looking right. They're not coming back. They're not covering. Buffalo's going to win by at least 10. I'm not taking that bet.
That is quite the proclamation, my friend.
Okay. All right. We'll see, and then maybe we'll get Deshaun Watson. So,
oh my God,
we'll
he's
see.
not leaving Houston.
No, he's leaving Houston.
He's not leaving Houston.
Yes, he is.
Sorry,
but it might be more to the Lions.
No, listen to me. Hold on for a second.
There's a lot of teams.
If he's all of a sudden, hold on.
Okay.
Everybody wants to hop on this Deshaun Watson train. Oh, poor him. Woe is me. He didn't have to sign the extension. He signed his extension after they traded D-Hop. Billy O'Stooge was still in charge, so he signed the money and a 6-year extension to stay there amidst all the chaos. Now he's got a problem with it. That is so 2020. That is so 2020 of him to be that way. Hey, listen, you got 4 more years.
LeBron
check what? Guess what? No, but there's a difference. Those are guaranteed contracts. You don't show up, you lose money because now you're not playing.
Well,
we have the right to take your money. Sit, feel free.
We've seen it.
He's not going anywhere.
That's why he got the no trade clause, so he gets to pick what happens.
Yeah, if they wanted to trade him, they have no obligation to trade him. You're a professional. Get on the court, field, whatever.
You're telling me that if the Jets give you 3 number 1 picks and even a player, and then maybe another 3rd round pick, you're not trading Deshaun Watson?
Why am I trading a 25-year-old franchise quarterback for a possibility?
Because you can get the number 2 pick and you can...
I can potentially have one in Justin Fields as opposed to knowing I have one in Deshaun Watson. I could potentially have one in Mac Jones or potentially have one in Trask.
He's going to be so mad throughout the year because they're not going to get any better. I'm telling you.
Sorry, bro. He was mad this year and threw for almost 5,000 yards.
Next year, you'll see.
Don't sign the contract.
Again,
demand a trade before then.
I'm not saying he's going to be on the Niners, but he's not going to be in the Houston Texans jersey.
Here will be I don't think the Jets, I don't think the Niners. The only team I think that could even come close to offering the compensation to get him will be the Dolphins. And why would the Dolphins do that? Why would the Dolphins trade Tua, the number 3, the number 13, the number 26, and a pick next year for Deshaun Watson when they could just keep Tua and either draft one at 3 or draft Devontae Smith or any of those guys and make their team that was almost in the playoffs that won 10 games a little better? I don't see why would a GM that just took over a team and signed a 6-year deal, his first move, his first official business is trade the franchise quarterback who's under 26 years old. I'm sorry, that's poor business.
Did I hit a nerve?
I mean, just a little bit. You don't trade him.
Dude, that was a great rant.
You just don't trade him, though. I don't get it.
Good stuff, man. I agree. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm not giving up that. But I'm just saying it.
I would have to get something like that to even consider it. Yeah, the Niners can't give me the 14th pick, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a bag of balls. I'm not doing it.
Unless the Texans are stupid.
Same thing with the Jets. The Jets are going to give me, the 2nd pick in the draft, Sam Darnold, and another guy, and another pick.
I love
Forget about it.
Which I automatically have love for the Jets because Salah's there. Robert Saleh, I love him. So
all pedal, no brake. He said all gas, no brake. That's his tagline. All gas, no brake.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear Dan Campbell? So he got hired as the headlines. Did you?
Dan Campbell's introductory intro was 39 minutes long. He went on a diatribe beforehand, and then the dude asked a question. He went 17 minutes on one question, and then the guy comes on and goes, "We have time for 5 more questions." How in the hell are you going to get through 5 more? He might still be doing this.
No kidding.
His introductory presentation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but it was entertaining. What, we're gonna knock them down? Eat their kneecaps off.
We're gonna bite a kneecap. We're going to get knocked down again. Then we're going to take another chunk out of the patella tendon. Then we're going to take him down. I might bite him in the ass. I mean, what are we talking about? They're going to fall.
Yeah. A little bit of...
Fucking cannibal?
Hey. But is he not now the biggest probably coach?
Oh, jacked-wise? Him and Vrabel would have Oklahoma drills at the 50-yard line.
Ooh. Dude,
he's a big boy.
But and he played for the Lions, so he knows. Yeah. And he's repping that. He's going to rep Detroit well, I think. I think they're good. We also have Nick Sirianni?
I can't even say his name. Doesn't matter.
For the Eagles. So we got, and he was the Rams offensive coordinator.
No, he was the Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator.
The Colts, correct. Okay. And then we got.
They needed a guy that wasn't going to make waves. That wasn't a veteran. Need a guy to listen. Basically, he came in and said, "I can fix Carson Wentz, and here's how."
Yeah.
Here's your job.
Oh, and Phillip Rivers
retired. Good for him.
Hey.
He could make a couple $1 million a year doing TV. He wants to be a high school head football coach in Alabama.
Did you hear what J.J. Watt said about him? So J.J. Watt told a story about how there was one time they were lining up against each other, and Phillip Rivers,
he pointed out the linebackers in the wrong spot.
He's in the wrong spot if you guys are going to pull this blitz off. Man, that's hilarious.
And to be able to talk as much trash as he did for 17 seasons and never curse.
He was good at it, though.
Dadgummit.
He was good. You didn't like him all year.
I never trusted him. I like Phillip Rivers, but I don't trust Phillip Rivers. There's a reason.
Great career. Good send-off.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
One of the great guys in the NFL. Should represent the NFL in the Hall. Absolutely.
So then that transitioned to the Chargers. We got Brandon Staley as a new coach. We talked about Urban Meyer going to the Jags, right?
Yes, sir.
And then
bringing on one of the personal Ohio State fan favorites, Anthony Schlegel, as the strength and conditioning coach. He's famous because he once rock bottomed a student running on the field during an Ohio State game.
What?
He ran out. The videos all over the internet. He was the strength and conditioning coach for Urban Meyer at Ohio State. This dude ran on the field. He ran out, grabbed him, picked him up, and power slammed him on the ground, and then carried him out and threw him off the field. It's fantastic.
That's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it. Now he's going to be running shit in Jacksonville.
Ooh. Okay. Jags are going to be good. Like we talked about.
They have a lot of money, a lot of draft capital, and they have an opportunity. Now, that's another team. You wouldn't trade into division, but if Urban said, "I want Deshaun, I'll give you the number 1 pick." Like, I would do that for either one.
He's not doing that in his first year.
No one's going to make a trade. No one with draft capital is going to make that trade, in my opinion. And I don't think Houston, unless they get an offer like that, would trade him.
I disagree with that, but it's going to take a whole lot.
Yes.
So then we got the Falcons,
nobody's got it.
And they hired
Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been around for a while.
Okay.
So
there's been a lot of hires.
Yeah, this has been crazy. And then Haskins got signed to the Steelers today.
Yes. Just bring it in. And they interviewed Hugh Jackson. Please.
Yes.
Please sign Hugh Jackson as O coordinator. Have Dewey Haskins as the backup quarterback to a broken down Ben Roethlisberger next year so they can go 6-10.
The NFL is getting mixed up this year going into next year, not only with salary caps.
Lots of guys are going to be gone with the salary cap situation.
There's no combine. You have to do it at your college and video. You got to Zoom it.
So needless to say, this draft will be the most inquisitive draft over the last 25 years because there's no in-person combines.
I don't know. So many guys go off of analytics and numbers, and
they still go to the combine and put eyes on the prize.
Oh, yeah, if you have a good recruiter. However,
other than the Bengals, they all do. Well, they don't have a scouting department. They make their coaches do it. It's very strange.
I don't know. I think this is going to be a weird offseason. I think there's going to be a lot of changes.
Look for a lot of big-name guys with big contracts to no longer be with their team. J.O.W. Watt.
People getting cut. Oh, yeah. Or traded for, I think, very little.
Yeah, that's the thing, too.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I don't have to. If he was in his last year of his contract and was going to hold out and not play, he's got 6 more years.
It's not on him,
Bro,
man.
Hold out and retire then. Then hold out and retire if you're that unhappy.
Dude, get it.
He has it. They gave it to him.
Right. So get on a better team and make that money.
He should have signed the deal.
No.
He could have been out and picked any team he wanted.
It's a players' league now.
He wanted to stay. No, stop. The NBA's that way because there's 15 guys on a team.
Right. It's not a players.
NFL has 53 players.
Players league,
it is the owners always will be.
A lot more say. You see,
and their personal things.
OBJ, you guys wouldn't have got OBJ if he didn't friggin' sign in.
Sure, he's not a franchise quarterback. He's 25 years old.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
If the New York Giants had a 25-year-old franchise quarterback who was upset, he'd still be on the team. He wouldn't be traded. I'm sorry. You can bitch all you want. You signed the contract. You even signed an extension for all that money. I know Billy O'Stooge messed the team up, but you already knew that about him. He was messing the team up 3 years before you got there.
Yeah, but you
sorry, I don't feel bad for Deshaun Watson.
So are you guys signing Baker?
I would. He's got 2 more years. You don't need to give him an extension now. Make him play next year.
And not okay.
And then
because that's been done.
Now, don't give him the 5th-year option. At the end of next year, extend him.
Yep.
But you don't need to do it now.
Don't do it this year.
Unless Andrew Berry says if we sign him now over the next, because the salary cap's low, we're going to get a team deal. Maybe, but you don't need to. He's 3 years in to a 5-year deal, essentially. You don't need to re-up him. I'm sorry. You don't need to re-up him.
I heard these, and I was curious about what you said. Or what
you don't. I'm sorry. If I'm the Browns, I don't give him a contract yet. And if I'm the Ravens, I don't give Lamar a contract yet.
No. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Pat is a different story. Pat Mahomes is a different story. And to a lesser extent, Josh Allen's a different story too, because he's been in the playoffs every year. He has shown progression and has done it consistently. This is Baker's. He had a great rookie season. Last year sucked. This is a great year. Let's build off this year. Same thing with Lamar. Yeah, he was the MVP. There's a lot of guys who've been MVP that are no longer in the league.
Right.
So I can't go off of that and want to give that guy $200 million. Either of them.
I like that thought. I like your opinion.
Either of them. Pay Nick Chubb. Pay some of these other guys because you will give Baker the money. It's going to happen.
Josh Allen is going to get the highest record. Off. He's going to break the record, I bet you.
He's not breaking Pat Mahomes' record.
Oh, no. You're correct. But as far
it'll be right there. Yeah. It'll be below that. They'll give him an
correct.
8-year, $390 million. Like, it'll be just a little bit less.
It will be. Yeah. I don't think they'll do it as long. But, yeah, he's going to be the next.
And he should be.
I like it. So, random stat that I came across. I thought this was really, really interesting. So, obviously, I watch basketball.
I do too now.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland Cavaliers, double overtime victory against the sorry Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh.
Suck it, James Harden.
Yeah, they missed it. I liked it. That was a good game. So, Luka Doncic. Yeah. I know you're a fan.
My boy.
He's 22
You're my boy, Blue.
22 years old. This is, second year in the league. He has 30. Okay, you're correct. So at the age of 22, he has 30 triple-doubles.
More than MJ.
If you combine Magic, LeBron, and Oscar Robinson at the age of 22, they only had 29 combined.
Now, the caveat to that is Magic Johnson probably wasn't in the NBA at 22 years old because he played 3 years at Michigan State.
He had his first year in there. LeBron had, 3 years technically? And Oscar Robinson had at least 1 or 2. So, correct. But if you add up all of those years, still.
You know why
this kid is wrecking this league.
Sure,
I don't know if you're watching it.
I am. Hey, listen, he is the reincarnation of Larry Bird.
Oh, but.
Bro, no, hold on. Because Larry Bird was sneaky athletic. I hate using that term, but he was sneaky athletic. He talked so much trash. Knew exactly what he was going to do. There's a story of Larry Bird, and this is why I don't feel like he gets appreciated enough. They were on like a 5-game road trip, and he said, I'm playing Houston with my left hand tonight. He scored over 40, and he shot every shot with his left hand. That is some stone cold shit right there.
That's like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in the bogs, and he had 75 beers on the flight over, and he still had oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. No, Larry Bird. I mean, gosh, I remember playing the Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love the 3-point shootout, the dunk contest, the 21.
Dude,
okay. The problem is, though, if they don't win and they don't make a stink, he'll always be that guy. Like, they're going to have to. They've got a lot of talent now. I'm sorry. They've got enough talent to make a stink in the Western playoffs.
They have an owner that's willing to spend money.
And they have a coach that can coach. So they really need to actually gel a little bit better this year. I know it's all fun and games, Luka. What the notion will be next year if they suck or they don't make the playoffs, or they don't go far, they're bounced out or whatever, is Luka a leader?
No.
Because here's the thing. That young kid is going to have to be a leader for this team because Porzingis is never going to be that.
Not anymore.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. doesn't have the star power to be the leader.
No, but there's not a single bad thing you can say about Luka.
No, absolutely not.
So he's going to grow into that role. I mean, they're in the age of the Clippers are number 1 right now, the Lakers are number 2, and they have to deal with that situation. Mm-hmm. it is. I mean, George Paul looks like MVP almost.
Give it time.
Plus they got Kawhi.
Give it time.
Correct. Age. But you got LeBron. I mean, those two LA
LeBron's
teams
waiting in the cut.
Listen, so good.
LeBron is just waiting in the cut because the regular season doesn't matter.
Right.
They already cut it by 10 games, which cuts into LeBron's longevity of the goals that he wants to create and wants to finish with, like I've told you.
So do you think he saved like $200,000 on the $2 million he saves on his life?
No, but I'm saying, like, I think that what's going to end up happening is he wants to be the all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
Oh, yeah.
And his contract will be like, even though he just re-upped with LA, like, because they're doing all these things they're doing where they're cutting back games and load management and all this stuff, it's going to take him an extra 2 seasons to get to where he wants to get to. I'm going to be curious to see what uniform that happens in, because that Lakers team will have come and gone as far as, like, Anthony Davis and all those guys.
They have about another 2 years. Yeah, no, I agree.
They should win the championship this year.
It's gonna. But
he's got 4. They win it now. He's got 5. If they win this year, he has 5.
Yeah.
One more matches him to MJ. Dude, that brother will play for the Martians. He'll play for anybody to win that 6th championship.
Oh, of course.
And maybe LA is that team. What if there's another team that's out there just stacked? Like, I don't.
It's all where. What's LA going to spend the money on? And they're known to spend money. But I mean, what he just signed up with Pepsi. He left.
Yeah, he finally left Coca-Cola.
Oh, you know how much money he's probably getting off that? Like, just to lure him away from Sprite.
$250 million. I mean, I mean, seriously.
Just racks on racks on racks.
Yeah. Lifetime deal, Nike.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, dude, I know we talked a lot about football. I think there's going to be a whole lot going in this offseason. This is going to be a crazy week, but I love these games.
I can't wait. Sunday's fun day. I cannot wait.
I love the second game more because I think that's going to be.
So I want to watch Aaron Rodgers play more than I want to watch that AFC game, but that AFC game is the best game of the weekend.
It's the future of the NFL. Like, who's going to be?
Well, it's not even the future of the NFL. It is the present of the NFL. I mean, it really is. These other guys are on their way out.
You're making
not Rodgers, but
good points tonight.
Hey, I'm on point. You know.
Hey,
had like 4 cups of coffee today.
You know what? And
all the synapses are firing.
I was perfect last week, but we'll see what happens this week.
Well, yeah, there's definitely the only way that this would happen is if you took Buffalo to win, but you still have them to cover, so +3. So even if Kansas City wins by 1, you're still in the hunt. It's like playing the field. You're all right.
I got it. I'm taking it. I believe in it. I love the way Buffalo. You look at those friggin' weapons. And
yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh.
And Kansas City has a plethora of them.
And they don't use a run game, and they just.
And it doesn't matter.
And they start off strong. Their first and second quarters are unbelievable.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
All right,
Let's see it. Hey.
Next week.
Good luck.
All right, bro.
All right, well,
everybody take it easy.